Flying for the first time can feel like stepping into a whole new world, talking about the overwhelming terminals, airlines, security checks, etc., etc. This usually makes a whole lot of people stressed, anxious, and sometimes freak out a little bit. In today's video, I am going to be walking you through a step-by-step guide on how to navigate any airport at all in the world as a first timer. Before we begin, I would like to say that this particular video is for newer travelers who have never been through an airport before. So if you are a seasoned traveler and at this point you would like to fall out of the video, that's okay. However, if you want to stay with us, we would love to hear from you in the comments section. And do remember that it was also your first time at a point. So be nice in the comment section. Now, I am going to be sharing my practical steps with you as someone who has been through many airports across the globe, okay? Both huge and small airports. And I hope you do find value watching today's video. If so, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more tips like this. Now, let's dive straight into the video. Step number one is you arriving at the airport. So it is advisable that you arrive at the airport at least 3 to 4 hours before your flight if it is an international one, and at least 2 hours if it is domestic flights, okay? This will give you enough room to get ready or prepare for departure. Step 2 is the check-in. So most of the airlines allow you to do your check-in at least 24 hours before departure, okay? So you can do that online. Even after that, you still need to get your boarding pass. Some will allow you to print it out yourself, but in cases where you can't, you need to go to the counter. That particular airline you are traveling with, you need to locate their counter at the airport. So if you arrive at the airport, being the first step, the next thing is for you to locate your airline's counter. There you can now start your check-in process. So how are you going to do that? Look for signs and screens that show your airline's check-in counter. So you will see that at the airport all the airlines are being displayed on the screens, and then the counter will have their labeling and all their names written on it. So you could tell that this is KLM, this is Lufthansa, this is Ryanair, this is Wizz Air, this is whatever air. Okay, so you need to locate your airline and go straight to their counter. So at the counter, you're going to present your passport to them, which is your travel document, and then they will do the necessary check-ins, and then they will hand over your boarding pass to you. Most of the airports now do have self-check-in system, okay? So you need to check in yourself and all that. But then, since it's your first time, my dear brother, my dear sister, I will advise you to head straight to the counter so that you have a physical interaction with someone who can understand you better. Who can understand you better and give you all the necessary support you need, okay? It's not stressful. They will assist you and hand over your boarding pass to you. But on your subsequent travels, if you want to try the self-check-in thing and print out your boarding pass, that is totally fine. But as a first timer, go straight to the counter, present your passport, let them go through the check-in process with you, and then they'll hand over your boarding pass to you. And again, at this point, if you have any luggage that you need to check in, this is where you will do that at the counter. But if you don't have any luggage to check in, then you will have your carry-on bag, the cabin bag. That one will go with you into the flight. Okay, so with the carry-on bag, make sure that you are following the airline's rules, that is with regards to the size, the weight limit, and that no prohibited items are being packed into your bag. Okay, so after checking in your bags or getting your boarding pass, the next thing is for you to locate the departure hall. Okay, so if you look on all the screens around in the airport, you're going to see labelings and all the signs. There'll be posts everywhere to tell you where this is, what this is, and this arrow is directing you to this place. Okay, so locate which arrow will lead you to departure. So that departure that you're going to is going to take us to our next step, which is step number 3, and this is security, because you need to go through security before you can now go to the departure hall. Okay, so now we are at security. So when you get to the security, what you need to do is that it's not anything difficult, okay? So you need not to panic. If you get confused at any point at all, ask questions. Whatever be the case, people are going to be in front of you, so look at what they are doing and just follow. Okay, just follow. Right, so at this point you will need to separate your electronics, put them into a basket, so that there will be baskets provided. Okay, so you need to separate your electronics from your luggage. All right, some airports will say you should separate your liquids, but most of them nowadays are being upgraded, so you don't need to separate your liquids and those stuff. So it's just the electronics. When it goes through the x-ray, they have the system that will tell them the maximum amount of liquid you have in your bag, and if it exceeds what they require, that is when they will question you. They're going to scan your bags, and then they'll scan you, the individual yourself. So your glasses, your belt has to come up. Shoes may or may not come up depending on the particular airport you are using. Okay, most of them that I've been through, I didn't have to remove my shoes, but sometimes some people, I've seen at least few people that they had boots with this metal stuff around it, and they were asked to remove them before going through the scanner. So just take note of that. The security staff are so lovely, so they will guide you through the process. Be patient and just follow all instructions. When you finish going through the scanning process at the security, you need to now pack your stuff again, because you might have scattered your stuff, so you need to put everything together again. And at this point, we move to stage number 4, and step 4 is you locating your gate. Yes, so on your boarding pass, you will have your gate written on it. Okay, so you need to locate where your gate is. This is very important. Some people will decide to just head straight to the departure hall to go have a seat, have a chat, or do whatever they want to do, and then if it is closer to their departure time, they will now go look for their gate. That idea, I don't buy into it. You know why? Some of the airports are so huge. Okay, talking about the Netherlands airport, okay, Schiphol, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. That airport is so huge. All right, so if let's say you're traveling through this airport and you do not locate your gates on time, and it's your first time, see my dear, you're going to be stressed. Especially when time is running out. Okay, right? So why am I saying you should locate your gate first before you come back and have a seat in the departure hall and do whatever you want to do? Reason number 1 is that some of the gates or some of the airports, they have the gates numbered or labeled with alphabets and whatever. Okay, so you can have gates 1 to 15. So you might be thinking gates 1 to 15, you can see the arrow is directing you that gates 1 to 15 is this way, so you need to go that way, right? So you have it in mind that it's on that direction. What you don't know is that some of them, by the time you get to gate 15, you might be thinking gate 16 to whatever should follow up, right? But no, some of them, 1 to 15 is on this side, and 16 to whatever is on the other side of the airport. Okay, and so if you don't what am I trying to say, if you don't locate your gates first, and you have that intention that this is how it's supposed to be, you are assuming, my dear sister, my dear brother, you're going to make a big mistake. Okay, so just go first, locate your gate, and then when you find where the gate is, they have waiting areas that you can have a sit there and relax. If you don't want it and you want to come back and explore the departure and then the other duty-free shops in the airport, that's totally fine. At this point, you already know where your gate is. They have screens everywhere in the airport, so you look at the screens, it will tell you your flight. So flight so and so, going from this place, if it is London or wherever you are, to the particular country you are traveling to, and they will give you the time, and they will give you the gate number. Okay, those are the gate numbers, will not be assigned to you yet. That's fine, relax, have a seat at the departure hall. As soon as you see that the gate has been assigned to your flight, pack your bag, go and look for that gate before you come back and then have a chill. Okay, so step number 5 is you waiting for boarding. After you've located your gate, we now need to just wait until it is time for boarding. So stay near your gate to hear any announcements about your flights. Don't be too relaxed. Pay attention to the screens, pay attention to the announcements given in the airport. They could cancel the flight or there could be a delay or something, so pay attention to the announcements whilst you get prepared for boarding. When it's time for boarding, your airline will announce it, and you just follow the queue, and then the airline staffs will assess or check your boarding pass again. In some cases, you will be asked to scan the boarding pass. Some airports, you will scan the boarding pass right from before you get into security. Okay, the boarding will be in order. Okay, so in order of priority, and then all that. So when you are leaving the gate, some airports, from the gate to where the flight is, could be a distance. So what they usually do is there will be a minibus that will pick you people from the gate straight to the flight. Okay, in some cases you just have to, if it is a short distance, they will just ask you to walk straight there and then board the flight. It depends on the particular airports you are traveling through. That shouldn't be an issue because you're going to be in a group and the staff will be directing you. When you're boarding the flight, some airlines do have applications like the Ryanair. So at that point, right from check-in and everything, you'll be getting notification on each particular stage what is happening, right? At this boarding point, some of the applications you get a notification and then they will tell you, because your seat number is so and so, board through the back gate, the back door, okay, or board through the front door of the flight. But then if you don't have the application, it doesn't matter. Since you are there, just go through wherever you want to pass through to enter the flight. Please just go enter. The only thing is that if your seat number is somewhere behind, and then you use, let's say your seat number is far behind and you use the front door, it will take you a while before you get there because a lot of people and all that, blah blah blah, yada yada. Okay, so if you don't know what to do, you just do you. Okay, when you are in the flight looking for your seat, some of the flights have the seating arrangement 2-2 configuration, others have 3-3 configuration or whatever. So if it is the 2-2 sitting configuration, it's much easier. So it means if your seat number is seat number 12A, it means you are going to be sitting by the window, okay? And if it is 12B, you're going to be on the aisle. But then if it is a 3-3 sitting arrangement or 4-4-4 arrangement, it depends on the particular airline, okay? So you're going to have the number and then the letter. So that letter will tell you whether you're going to be in the middle or you're going to be by the window or you're going to be wherever. So if you have trouble with that, you don't know how to identify your seat, that also shouldn't be a problem. The cabin crew are there to give you all the necessary support you need, okay? When you get into your seat, what next? Just sit comfortably and wait for all the instructions. The safety instructions will be displayed by the cabin crew, and then the pilot will announce his name, that he's so and so is going to be taking you from so to so and so. Just listen to that and have a cruise, okay? And that should be it for your local airport. Now when you get to your destination, that is the second airport, that one is usually quite easy. So when you get to your final destination, now all the signs you're going to be seeing is arrival. So remember, from the other airport is departure, and then when you get to your destination is now arrival. So you need to pay attention to all the arrows indicating arrivals. So you go through that. It's going to direct you straight to passport control, that is security again. And then at that point, you're going to hand over your passport. So some of the countries, they will separate it. They'll say all passport holders here and so passport holders there. Whatever be the case, just read the signs and then follow the queue and go through the security checks. Make sure you have your passport out of your bag ready for checks, okay? When they check in everything, they will let you go. After passport control, you head straight to luggage. That is, if you checked in your bag, if you check in your luggage, you need to go and pick your luggage, okay? Follow the signs. There will be signs all over telling you luggage pickup and all that, so you can pick it up. If you don't have any luggage, then you have to look around for exits the airport, okay? So it will be directing you to the exit area where the taxi, the train, the whatever. And then again, if you have someone who is meeting you up at the airport, that person will be at the arrival waiting for you. And yeah, that is it for your airport navigation. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things from this particular video. So do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, comment below, and subscribe for more tips like this. And until I see you again, be good and all the best.
Then faded, but I rock it like a baby in a car. I put the water in the ocean in the city that I'm from.